You did everything right. You saved your money, you built your credit score, and you finally went to buy your first house. But every time you make an offer, someone instantly outbids you with straight cash. It feels impossible. But I am going to tell you a secret. It is not your fault. You are not losing to other families. You are losing to a giant machine. Welcome back. I am Dollar Dave. Today, we are looking at the biggest financial heist in modern history. Wall Street megacorporations are quietly buying up entire neighborhoods of single-family homes, and they are turning the American dream into a permanent subscription service. Let me show you exactly how this rigged game of Monopoly works and what you can do to protect yourself. Think about how a normal game of Monopoly works. You roll the dice, you move around the board, and if you land on an empty street, you spend your hard-earned cash to buy a little green house. It is a slow, steady race against the other players. This is exactly how the real estate market used to work. Families competing against families. But a few years ago, a new player sat down at the table. Let us call them Wall Street. Except Wall Street does not play by your rules. They don't roll the dice, and they don't wait for their turn. They have an infinite cheat code. While you're saving up for a 20% down payment, trying to get a mortgage approved by the bank, Wall Street walks up to the board with a giant bag of straight cash. They don't just buy one house. They buy the entire street. They buy the neighborhood. They use massive algorithms to scan the entire country, find every house for sale, and buy them instantly, sight unseen, for thousands of dollars over the asking price. You cannot compete with that. You're bringing a knife to a gunfight. And the worst part? They're doing it with money they borrow at practically 0% interest, a rate that you, a normal person, will never get. You might be thinking, Dave, why are these massive hedge funds buying up all the normal 3-bedroom houses? Are they just waiting for the market to go up so they can flip them for a quick profit? No, that is the most terrifying part. They are not going to sell them, ever. Their business model is not about flipping houses. It is about hoarding them. They want to turn the entire housing market into a permanent rental economy. Think about everything you pay for right now. You have a subscription for your movies on Netflix, a subscription for your music on Spotify, and a subscription for your software. Wall Street looked at that model and thought, why stop there? Let's make them pay a monthly subscription just to have a roof over their heads. When a mega corporation buys every house on the street, they control the supply. And when you control the supply, you control the price of rent. They can raise your rent by 10 or 20% every single year, and you have nowhere else to go because they own all the other houses too. They are systematically destroying the #1 way the middle class has historically built wealth: home equity. When you pay a mortgage, you are slowly buying an asset. When you pay rent to a mega corporation, you're just feeding their golden goose while yours starves to death. So, what is your escape plan? If Wall Street has an infinite cheat code for buying houses, how do you win the game of Monopoly? The answer is simple. You stop playing their game on their board. If you cannot afford a house right now, or if you live in a city where corporations have driven prices to insane levels, do not panic. Do not take on a toxic, massive mortgage that will bankrupt you just to say you own a home. The old advice that renting is throwing money away is mathematically wrong, but only if you follow one crucial rule. If you are renting an apartment that costs less than a mortgage on a similar house, you must take the difference and invest it immediately. Wall Street mega corporations are buying up houses, but you can buy the mega corporations. If you use your extra cash to buy index funds, like the S&P 500, you are buying a tiny piece of the exact same machine that is trying to crush you. You stop fighting the giant robot and you start owning the factory that built it. While they're collecting rent, you are collecting dividends and compound interest. The American dream isn't a 3-bedroom house with a white picket fence. The American dream is financial freedom, and to build that freedom, you need an army of clones. If you want to learn exactly how to build that army and stop trading your time for money, click the video on the screen right now. I am Dollar Dave. Keep building, keep saving, and I will see you in the next one.